Hello?
Good afternoon, Dan. This is Shay here from Up FM. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. I got over my jet lag yesterday, thank you.
Now, of course, DC Breaks is a double duo. Where's your partner in crime, and do you know what he's doing right now?
Partner in crime, Chris. He lives in Bristol, and he is covering all the UK gigs at the moment. So as far as I'm aware, he's playing in Bournemouth this weekend and Oxford the weekend after. So fingers crossed he's in the studio writing me some lovely fresh beats to play this weekend.
It sounds like it's a little bit of world domination there. You know, you're attacking the southern hemisphere, he's attacking the northern hemisphere. Is that normally how it works?
That's how we've intended it to play, yeah, definitely, very, very much so. I mean, we love to play together, but it can be quite tight with the schedules that we run to get us both in the same place on the same night.
Yeah,
and when we do play together, we do a proper kind of 6-deck set.
Yes.
It's great fun for us, most importantly, and the punters absolutely love it.
When's your next gig where the both of you are going to be on the 6 decks?
It's in a small seaside village in the UK called Whitstable.
Yes.
And after that, it's on New Year's Eve in Milan.
Whitstable, that sounds all very nerdy. Is that like a hot spot, or is that just like a favourite place to play?
It's not a hot spot. It's just a little town and just by the seaside. So, but I know the guy who runs the night, and he just wanted to get us down to do something a bit more special, which is why we're both going down to play this live act that we've developed over the past couple of years.
DC Breaks. How did the name come about?
I'm not sure if I should give that kind of information away.
Does it have anything to do with the shoes or Washington?
Nothing whatsoever, but funny enough, people did think that we were American when we first came about, and this is after everyone thought we were Scottish. Got nothing against Scotland. I lived there for 5 years, and I think that's why everyone thinks we're Scottish. So no, we're from London. We're both proud English citizens.
Well, talking to you right now, you definitely sound like a geezer. I don't think I'd put you in the category as Scottish, or even in that American category, so I think you're pretty safe there. When was your first break as DC Breaks?
The first break? Well, we used to release on a small Scottish label called Restless Natives, and DJ Kid, who ran that label, passed our tunes on to Andy C, and he very quickly got in touch to sign a track called The Future. Yes. That was kind of back in 2005, and since then we've worked with Ram, Andy C and Red One, and just kind of been developing the DC Breaks brand. So that was our first kind of major break into the kind of mainstream D&B world. Yes.
Have you always been into drum and bass? Have you always...
Loved it, absolutely loved it. I used to hang around a record shop called Lucky Spin Records.
Yes.
Which was in London when I was about 14, and a couple of my mates just bought some belt-drive turntables, and we used to just muck around with some old hardcore records, and then the real turning point for my love of D&B came with Logical Progression 1. Yes. And I just fell in love with that album and just started getting into studio production, hit the studio and never looked back.
Now, was it the production side that came first, or the DJing for you guys?
A bit of both, actually. We were always, I met Chris in Edinburgh, and we were kind of doing the DJ circuit out there, but we were both Chris was getting into production, I'd been producing for a few years, and we just decided that, we would hook up together and see where it took us.
Yeah, lovely. Hey, now on the topic of DJing, what was the first mixer that you bought yourself for your own money?
The first mixer?
Like, was it a Newmark or a Vestex or?
It was a stage line.
Ooh!
I don't know what the model was, but it wasn't great.
Hey, and now
when you're young, when you're like 15, you got to start small and aim big.
I agree totally with you there. Now on top of your parents, what did your parents listen to? Growing up as a young boy.
My parents thought it was very weird. In fact, I think they still do, but. They've been really supportive, and it takes a long time to kind of get where you want to be in this game, and you need people to stick by you, kind of have faith in you. So
yes,
I've been very fortunate.
So would you say that your parents have been a source of inspiration, or has there been some sort of other inspirational influence that has sort of taken you to the level that you're at now?
Well, my family, everyone's self-employed. They've all started their own business. So actually, the kind of entrepreneurial aspect of it has enabled me to kind of think in quite clear business terms about where I've tried to take myself.
Nice.
So actually, it's been a huge inspiration, kind of watching how they work and their tenacity and their endeavour and their vision to kind of where they want to take themselves. And yeah, that's really rubbed off on me, definitely.
Good answer there. If you weren't DJing or producing, what would you be doing? Have you got any other sort of qualifications or anything else? Come on, get in there.
I've got a degree. You know what? I don't know. I don't think I could ever be happy unless I was writing music. So it's always been my passion from a very young age, and I'm very lucky to be able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've had actually a huge support from likes of like Zane Lowe, Pete Tong, Annie Mac, just to name a couple. What's it like sort of working with these guys, or having these guys actually playing your music and talking about you?
It's really the turning point between kind of doing it for a living and really kind of making it work in the way that you want it to work. You know, I have much more freedom now that because basically if you get played on Radio 1 in the UK, like you attract much more interest, and it's really facilitated me in kind of being able to creatively go in directions that I want to go.
Yep. Now, did they give you a little bit of warning, like when they played your tune on Radio 1? Did they ring you up?
No warning.
No warning. Did you just have a couple of mates that go, hey?
No idea. Yeah. Suddenly, you know, we're all over Radio 1, and people are calling me saying, "I think I just heard your tune on Radio 1. Is that right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah.
I'm punching the air and stuff. That's awesome. Now, with a track like Picket Line, which, as you know, has been a huge success everywhere, and is actually a hot playlist one for Up FM here. Did you know you're writing a big tune at the time?
Well, we were hanging out with my flatmates who have got an excellent retro vinyl collection, and we were just flicking through some vinyls at about 6 in the morning, pretty drunk, lying on the sofa, and all of a sudden the inspiration kind of hit us, and it's funny, we wrote the tune in about 4 hours, and sometimes, in fact quite often, the best tunes come about with really quick like turnaround productions.
Yes.
And we had no idea. We loved the tune, but we had no idea if it was going to make it or not. And I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
You know, you just put it out there and you kind of always hope for the best. So it was a big surprise that it took off like it did, but I'm happy with it.
Now, in the drum bass scene, who do you see as the movers and the shakers?
Movers and the shakers. Well, Viper Recordings, which belongs to Brendan, aka Futurebound. We work with them quite a lot, and they have really spent a lot of time investing in their artists. So I think personally they are the ones to watch out for. So we've got Shock One, the Aussie guy, who I've just been sitting in the studio with last week. Got a collab on the go with him. Shock One, Festa, Camo Crooked, Furlong, and Futurebound himself. You know, everyone's kind of got this new style of D&B on the go, which is kind of, it's hard and soft in the same thing. You can listen to it at home and you can go nuts to it on the dance floor, and that for me is kind of what I want the future D&B to be like. Yeah, no, I can definitely see it morphing in all sorts of sort of really interesting ways, which actually leads me to the next question I have for you there, Dan. Where do you see drum and bass going over the next 12 months? 12 months. 12 months! We could narrow it down to 6 if that's better for you. You know what? I think we're about to cross over again into the mainstream. Yes. There's been a lot of radio play. It's becoming the hot ticket again. So keep your ears peeled for some big radio tracks, because I've got a strong feeling that the people like Fresh, Bad Company, Pendulum are all going to come out with some big hits, as well as some lesser known people are going to be crossing over big time. So yep. Now you actually very good. Now you actually mentioned working with an Australian producer. Yeah. Myself, I've actually noticed a lot of talent coming out of Australia across sort of all the genres. Who are the big names for you in Australia? Have you had much to do with that continent? Well, I think Carl Shock One is kind of the hot ticket right now in Australia, and he's been doing a lot of work with Festa. They both live in Perth, and their production is absolutely amazing. You know, they're very crisp, they're musically both extremely talented. And then you've got Cubic, who is definitely coming through as one of the really top producers in Oz at the moment. So Yeah, good things coming out of Australia.
Oh, absolutely. Hat off to all those ockers over there. Now, where's DC Breaks going, from here? What's happening for DC Breaks in 2009? Shall I sort of restate it?
We are looking towards starting an album in January, and as with album projects, you never know when they're going to finish, and so we're going to just get a bit more, kind of cover more bases musically, and kind of do a couple different genres, and we've got a lot of vocal acts that we're going to be collabing with over the next few months. So we're going to not take it kind of mainstream, but kind of broaden our appeal to different people, basically.
That's a very good point. For those who may not have heard of DC Breaks, or again, their first exposure, what is your sort of core sort of genre within, subgenre within drum and bass?
Well, we try and do a bit of everything, really. We kind of, at the moment, we've positioned ourselves as quite a radio-friendly act with a dark side, so we're always going to be writing the filthy, techier side of D&B, but we love getting musical, working with vocalists, and trying to keep it sounding fresh, always looking for what other people haven't done, and kind of new avenues, and bringing something new to D&B. Okay,
Star Wars, Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker?
Darth Vader.
Yes!
I am your father.
Now, I've got a few crazy questions coming up for you, and you can answer them as you wish. But before that, you are playing down at Zen, which is a beautiful venue here in the Auckland CBD. What are the people that are going to attend the party? What are they going to get from DC Breaks? What are they going to get from Dan on the night?
Well, I ordered the third CDJ, so we are going to have a massive mix mashup, basically. Couple of different styles thrown in, a bit of electro, a bit of dubstep, and every single flavour of D&B that you can hope to hear, and the mixing is going to be fast and furious.
Oh, nice. And now, what time is your DJ set? Have you been told by the premium events guys?
It's a good question, actually. I think I'm going to do 2 hours, because I love DJing, basically, and always want to go for as long as possible. So I've no idea what time I'm playing. It'll probably be between 1 and 2.
Do you have a favourite shirt or an outfit you wear when you're DJing?
No.
You don't have like a pair of lucky underwear or anything like that?
I don't have a big mouse hat, no.
Oh, but named up in there. Now look, I'm going to come to the section of the interview where I'll ask you a few questions, and you just answer these as truthfully as you can. Okay, starting with question 1. How many DJs does it take to change a light bulb?
12.
What is your favourite dinosaur?
Tyrannosaurus.
Okay, now, who gets the most chicks out of yourself and Chris?
I'm single, Chris isn't, so go figure.
Oh, very nice. What frightens you the most?
Flying, actually. Airplanes.
Really? What sort of reaction do you get when it comes to flying?
It's turbulence, just being completely out of control.
Do you grab onto the seat holders and sort of clench down or anything like that?
A little bit. I mean, I don't get very nervous ever, but definitely turbulence makes me nervous.
Who of the two of you would most likely wear mismatched socks?
Me. I always wear mismatched socks.
Is that because
I make a point of wearing odd socks.
There we go. There's your lucky draw card.
Sorry?
There's your lucky draw card.
My lucky draw card.
Now, have you got a best breakup line? The best, or should I say, best breakup line you've ever used?
God, I'm gonna have to think about it. Yeah. Sorry, love. I just really want to coast at the moment, I think is how I ended my last relationship.
Oh, very smooth. Now, we're sort of coming to the end of things here, Dan. There's a couple of quick fire questions that I want to ask you. Now, you do have to answer these as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If your home was burning down and you could only save one album, what would it be?
The Doors. Crap. What's it called?
Do you like chocolate?
Yes.
What is your totem animal?
Cat.
Cat lover or dog lover?
Dog.
Meat pies, yes or no?
No.
which eradicates the next question. What famous rock star bought his first real six-string at the Five and Dime?
Say that again?
Which famous rock star bought his first real six-string at the Five and Dime?
No idea.
He played it till his fingers bled. It was the summer of '69.
Brian Adams.
Perfect. Do you prefer small, medium, or large?
Large.
Who is your favourite international producer right now?
International producer. Manu Chao.
Now, now just to round things off very quickly, because we have been yapping away here for a good 20 minutes. If there was only one DC Breaks tune that you could listen to for the rest of your life, only one, which one would it be?
Picket Line. No question.
Dan from DC Breaks, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you on the phone.
Thank you.
And I really look forward to the event down at the Zen Bar this weekend. You're going to be, if you haven't already seen the venue, it's absolutely beautiful, and you'll enjoy the large sound system they supply. Hey, look, Dan, you get back to that. Wine, and I look forward to shaking your hand on Saturday night.
Cool, man. Look forward to meeting you too.
Lovely, mate. Catch you later.
Bye.